Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. It's time for Gervonta Tank Davis to get the respect that he deserves for going straight back to the Lamont Roach fight. Give a damn what y'all say. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. We live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with KQKC Boxing Network, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams and the videos that we do. And if you want to debate, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. But let's get it cracking and get into our video. So, Tom Brown from TGB Promotions, lead promoter for Premier Boxing Champions, said on the interview that he did on Boxing News Social, I believe the site was, where he said he was asked directly about Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach 2, the rematch. He said, expect an announcement from Gervonta Tank Davis real soon. Now, that makes all the sense in the world. If you really are a diehard boxing fan or a boxing analyst like myself and you looking at every single thing, the fact that he said that makes sense. Number one, as I've already reported on this channel, TGB Promotions, Premier Boxing Champions lead promoter, Tom Brown, they have the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas booked off for a pay-per-view fight on June 21st. I've already provided the paperwork for that from the Nevada State Athletic Commission meeting where they had to approve that request from TGB Promotions. And so we assume that June 21st date, which is Juneteenth, that's the Tank Davis Lamont Roach date. And now Tom Brown is saying that an announcement is coming real soon. And if you know how this shit works, Premier Boxing Champion usually likes to announce their fights 2 months ahead of time, right? If you look at the Charlo and Caleb Plant card announcement, that shit came right at the end of March. They're fighting at the end of May. That's 2 months, right? You go back to the Tank Davis and Lamont Roach announcement, that shit came right at the end of January. They fought, right at the beginning of January. They fought March 1st. Yeah, March 1st they fought. So the more and more you pay attention, you'll see that they announce their shit 2 months ahead of time a lot of times. The David Benavidez fight came the announcement came late November, early December. They were fighting February 1st. So you notice a trend with how they like to move and how they like to promote their fights. They like to give themselves 8 to 9 weeks of promotion time, lead up time to the fight. And in this case, you're looking at Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach 2. The fight's already sold. It's a rematch. Everybody want to see it. It's April the 13th. Tom Brown is saying Tank is going to announce it soon. Lamont Roach said they're just waiting on the announcement from the other side. Expect an announcement within the next week and a half. I would get worried about the fight not happening on June 21st if we don't have an official announcement by April 21st. If we don't have an official announcement by April 21st, the fight's probably getting pushed back, probably working on some final details. But if this fight's going to happen on June 21st, you're going to get an announcement within the next week and a half, like I said. Now, with that being said, whether the fight's June 21st or not, if it's going to be in July or something, whenever it's supposed to be, Gervonta Tank Davis, it's time to give that man the respect that he deserves, bro. Win, lose, or draw, whatever he was supposed to be in the first fight. Oh, he was a 16-1 favorite. He was this, he was that. That doesn't matter. The first fight happened. Gervonta Davis underperformed. He didn't live up to the expectations of himself, his fans, even his haters who thought he was just going to knock Lamont Roach out because Lamont Roach had no business being in the ring with him. He didn't live up to expectations, bro. At all, from anybody, whether you like him, hate him, whatever. He didn't live up to expectations. And when you don't live up to expectations, you have a choice as a fighter. You have a choice to try to right that ship, or you have a choice to try to move on altogether and never look back, or you have a choice to move on and right the ship later, right? Moving on altogether and never going back to answer those questions is considered the weakest thing you can do in boxing. moving on and then coming back to it later, it's considered weak until you come back to it later. Then people give you your props, but still wonder, why didn't you just get right back to it? The most dog thing you can do in the sport of boxing, the best thing you can do in the sport of boxing to show that you were a dog and show that you were a warrior is when you have a questionable performance, when you have an issue with an opponent, the most dog thing to do is say, nobody else. I'm not fighting anybody else. I don't give a fuck what my plans were. I'm only going right back to that rematch. I'm only going right back to the person that gave me my toughest work, my toughest night at the office. That is the thing that is supposed to be most respected in the sport of boxing. And what people are doing to try to denigrate, down, and clown GERVONTA Davis for doing what you're supposed to give respect for in the sport of boxing is the reason why we don't get a lot of fights sometimes, bro. It's not the main reason, but a lot of times when you do the right thing as a fighter and people still try to criticize you and shit on you, bro, it gives you no motivation to continue to give people the fights that they claim they want, because basically they not claiming they want them because they want to see the best. A lot of people aren't. People aren't claiming they want to see these fights because they want to see you tested. A lot of people want to see these specific fights with GERVONTA Davis specifically because they just want to see him take a L. Let's just call it what it is, bro. Keep it 100. A lot of people want to see certain fights from him specifically because you want to see him lose. And you feel like this person could beat him, this is the fight I want. That person could beat him, that's the fight I want. Well, you feel like Lamont Roach beat him, a lot of you watching this video. You felt like he lost the first fight to Lamont Roach. He's giving you what you want, right? In the ring with a fighter that you felt like he lost to, you feel like he is going to lose to again. Right? Or wrong? And so, to hear what Tom Brown had to say about the fight coming and about how Tank Davis is going to make his announcement soon, that shit is very optimistic. But I had to shoot this video to simply say, man, give credit where credit is due, because when Devin Haney gets in the ring with Ryan Garcia, you're going to want credit for that. And Tank Davis actually was fighting a world champion. Devin Haney has to go running back with an Instagram model, let y'all tell it. A fighter that's not really a fighter, a C-level garbage-ass fighter, let Devin tell it. That's never been a world champion. He has to run it back with him, and we're going to give him respect for getting back in the ring with Ryan Garcia to trying to right that wrong. People had no issue giving Deontay Wilder his respect when it came to Tyson Fury. Nobody had an issue giving Floyd his respect in the fights that he had to run back, or Ray Leonard in the fights that he had to run back, or Andre Ward in the fights that he had to run back, or Canelo when he had to run it back with Triple G. For some reason, in the case of this young man out of Baltimore, Maryland, I don't know what it is, but he can behave like a great fighter is supposed to and try to get right back to it, and niggas still find a way to criticize. Me, myself, I can't wait for the fucking announcement, man. I'm lit. I'm excited. Let's get it cracking, bro. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. GERVONTA Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.